What's going on, people? It's your boy Big Augs, and welcome back to the Voice of the Toon. Today we're talking Fulham. Newcastle United travel to Craven Cottage tomorrow in the 3 p.m. kickoff game in the Premier League to face Fulham. Off the back of the 2-1 win against Wolves last Sunday, we sit third in the league, 10 points, 3 wins out of 4, and 1 draw. Of course, the game against Wolves, we're a bit lucky to have been 2 down or to not have conceded more goals on another day against a better side. Those chances that Wolves had, they score. But that's all ifs and buts. What happened was Newcastle United got the win, 2-1 win. And, that's what it's about. Football, even if we're not playing well, it's just about getting the win or getting the points and getting the most you can get from each game. And that's what we seem to be doing. There seems to be a different type of resilience now within the squad to not lose games, to defend, and also to be ambitious in terms of scoring goals. And that's why we're seeing a lot of long range efforts going in, because if you don't shoot, you don't score. And that's the confidence that Eddie Howe gives to the players. It's not every time you got to walk the ball in and score the perfect goal. Mate, if you believe in yourself and you believe that this shot is worth taking, shoot. Because that's what Shah done and against Wolves, and obviously it led to a goal. And Barnes did the same thing, and we got the win. So, of course, like I say, that we can be better. I've always said for the last couple months now, or if not a year now, on the ball we can be much better. I do feel like everything's a bit rushed, and we need to be able to dominate games and dictate the play and control possession, and we're not doing that at the minute. So in that aspect, yes, it could be better. But like I keep saying, we are picking up the wins, and tomorrow is an opportunity to spend at least Saturday night, Sunday morning, top of the Premier League. If we win, because obviously Arsenal and Man City go head to head. So tomorrow, if we get the win, that'll put us on 13 points, and we know City are on 12 points. So how many teams can say that they spent Saturday night top of the Premier League? Yeah, it's early, 5 games in, but I don't care. Like, I would rather be top of the league than be bottom of the league right now. So, and that's not me getting excited. It's just a truth in it. So, people like to say, "Oh, but it's still early," blah blah blah. That's fine. Let it be early. But if we win tomorrow, that's 4 wins out of 5. I would much rather that than be playing the perfect football, but still not getting the results to show for it. Because there are a lot of teams out there that are trying to play football, but they can't get wins. So it's about getting the wins. And I said in my season preview that Eddie Howe have been here now for his third season now. That gives us stability, and a lot of teams have changed managers. So it's going to take them a long time to have an understanding with the players. So with Eddie Howe, the players already know what Eddie Howe expects from them. And that's going to help us, and also not having to play in Europe as well, that helps us as well. So Fulham, yeah, they're a decent side. To be fair, I was at the game last season, in the FA Cup. I think it was 2-0 win, and I was just disappointed with them. To be fair, the way they played the game, the fans, a lot of the fans aren't the fans. They apparently, obviously, a lot of the fans try to get tickets to watch other teams, so it's difficult for Fulham to create an atmosphere there, and it showed on that night. There was a new stand that they built that was completely empty. So in that game, it was mainly the Newcastle fans, to be fair to you, that was making the most noise. So hopefully, to be fair, hopefully tomorrow is a better atmosphere in the ground. But however, I do believe we have enough to get the win. We've got an excellent record against Fulham. We've won the last 6 in a row in all competitions, and probably unbeaten in 9 games, winning 7 and drawing 2. So, our record against Fulham is good. We know how to beat Fulham. We beat them twice or 3 times last season, twice the season before that. So, and I do believe we've got the better players. They've got some good players. Obviously, they've got Pereira there. They've got Muniz. They've got Smith Rowe, who they signed from Arsenal, who's looking like he's their key guy in creating assists for them and scoring goals for them. Anthony Robinson at left back looks like a decent left back. So they still have some wits about them. Obviously, they're a team who probably you wouldn't associate them with challenging for the top 6. Even though last season they had a good run last season, or was it this the season before that where they were battling and probably in and around the top seven, top eight, but they fell off towards the end. But also, you wouldn't associate them with a team that's going to get relegated. So, to be steady in the Premier League, to be like a steady Eddie, you got to pick up wins somewhere. So Fulham are capable of picking up wins. We just have to make sure it's not against us tomorrow. They were very unlucky to not get the win in the last outing at home against West Ham. I think Danny Ings scored in the 95th minute. They were the better side, created better chances, missed some chances. So we need to be better in the chances that we're giving away, because against Wolves, defensively, it was a bit bad, to be fair. We gave away some silly chances. Um, and we need to be better on the ball. We need to slow the game down. We need to dictate the play and be better on the ball, control possession, and create chances. Not always just long range brilliancies, but it needs to be team created goals as well. A balance to it as well. So no disputing that we need to be better on the ball tomorrow. So, and like I say, if we get the win, that puts us on 13 points and we sit top of the league going into the week, into Sunday, and that's where every fan wants to be. So Eddie Howe has been speaking in regards to the injuries. Obviously, Isak, we found out now he's got a toe injury and he's most likely going to miss the game tomorrow, which is a shame because now, obviously, with Wilson being injured, it leaves us with Osula, who we haven't seen at all this season, or Anthony Gordon. And Anthony Gordon for me is better out on the left because that's when he can run in behind and run with the ball at his feet. Whereas up top, he's got to hold the ball up and bring players into play. And for me, I'd rather have a vocal point up top, like a natural number 9 in there. So, but it will be good to see Osula and what it's about. Probably give him last 20 minutes or so, if that. Eddie Howe was speaking on Sandro Tonali because obviously against Wolves he came on at half time and he changed the game. He just shows you that he's a natural midfielder who knows how to play in midfield. He's a great passer, good on the ball, one-touch passes, breaking the lines, and just creating opportunities. And when you move the ball quicker and quickly, you give the opposition sort of a difficult time because they ain't got time to think. You're bang. Do you get me? So like you're moving the ball and they're not even knowing what's going on. But if you're taking the ball and you're going side by side, you're letting them get into shape and they're sort of comfortable, moving side by side. But with Sandro T coming in, like what he does is he moves the ball quick and his passes is intentional, and that's what we need. I think it's time for him to start. Eddie Howe did say this, which is what I was gonna say. He said, "I think Sandro is in a much better place. The international games really helped him. He's certainly pushing to start, but I want everyone pushing to start. He was very good against Wolves. We have really good competition for places in midfield. We do. Obviously, Willock is back fit now as well. We've got Longstaff, Jolinton. So we do have good depth in midfield, but I do feel like it's time for him to start now because he's played those 2 games for Italy, 90 minutes, no problem, half against Wolves. So I think Fulham is a good opportunity for him to get that start. And Eddie Howe was just talking about the mentality of the team, and I think it's clear to see, like the team, that there's a never die attitude where even if we go down, we're still going to go again and again and again, and we're showing that we're hard to beat. We're showing that we're resilient. So that is something extra that we probably didn't see last season. Especially away from home. Now already we've picked up 4 points out of 6 away from home. So there's a lot of things to be positive about, and like I say, against Fulham, I'm confident because we've done it before. And obviously in football, no game is like the last game. Every game is different. You can't assume that you're going to win because of what history says. But just seeing both sides so far this season, I do feel like we've got enough to get the win. So the team I'll do based on obviously the team news and all injuries. Nick Pope in goal. Lloyd Kelly at left back. I think he's defensively a bit better than Lewis Hall. Centre back option will be Dan Burn and Fabian Shaw. Right back Trippier. I think Trippier helps us a lot. Tino's a good player. Tino's great, but I think Trippier gives us a different going forward, a different dynamic with set pieces and crosses. And on the ball, he's quite calm, and also he's a vocal leader as well. I just think overall we look the better side when Trippier's in there. In midfield, Bruno G, the captain. Jolinton, I'll give him the start, but he's been poor, man. You've got to call it how it is. As much as we all love him, and I love him too, but he's been poor. He needs to improve on the ball, especially. He's been caught out a few times. Um, so I'll give him a start, just because Willock's injuries history has not been great, so we don't want to really want to rush him into it. And Sandro Tonali for me starts, so that's the midfield. Out on the left, Harvey Barnes. Out on the right, Murphy over Almiron, and up top, Anthony Gordon. So that's the team I think Eddie Howe should do, and I believe he's going to do, to be fair. And I'm going to predict a 2-1 win. I do see Fulham scoring. I do see us conceding some chances and Fulham taking one, but I do feel like we have enough in the bank to cause them more problems and to outscore them. Anthony Gordon and Harvey Barnes, again, to score in a 2-1 win, and Newcastle United go top of the Premier League going into Sunday. And then the pressure becomes off because now we're winning games. That will be probably 4 wins out of 5, unbeaten out of 5 games. It's still early, but it's the main thing is points on the board. 13 points with a win tomorrow will be brilliant. So 2-1 Newcastle United win. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, to comment, and to subscribe. It's your boy Big Augs, and I'm out.